My name's David Capina. I'm a native Philadelphian, born and raised. Any regrets? Probably, probably could have been a better to my wife. I was really kind of into myself when I was married, and probably could have been more outgoing, but that's not my nature, I guess.
Ricardo Shepard. I'm a senior in the communications department at Cabrini College. My views on the homeless, there are people who are less fortunate. They don't have as many resources open to them to help them necessarily like get back on their feet. I don't like to see homeless people on the street. I feel bad because, I don't feel anybody should be without any kind of home to house themselves, food, or any kind of income that's necessary in this society to, get by. For those who are homeless and can't do for themselves, that help should be provided for them in that sense. And for those who can do, opportunities need to be opened to them. Some of the negative stereotypes that come with being homeless is that a lot of people feel that they're homeless because they didn't try hard enough or they didn't want to do better for themselves, but that's not always the case. That may be a case for a small percentage of them, but a lot of them, like a lot of people back in the Vietnam War, when they came home, job opportunities weren't open to them, and the people in the United States basically hated them for what they did, and a lot of opportunities weren't open, and they weren't able to provide for themselves, so the only thing left was, to be out on the streets. But stereotypes are that everybody, they don't want to do for themselves, or they don't want to get better. They just want to stand on the corner and beg people for money, when that's not always the case. Some people had jobs. Things happen. Things happen in life. You never know what's going to happen. Some people lose their house in a fire and they end up outside, and they can't provide for themselves. Maybe they have a bunch of kids and they just don't have the kind of setting, the environment to work, or maybe they lost their job due to things of that nature. But those are some of the stereotypes that come with being homeless.
No call, no show for 5 days. I was in the hospital with a crossed larynx. I couldn't speak. So they let me go. So I couldn't find another job, and here I am. I've been here for 18 months now. They're telling me they can't give me housing because I don't have an alcohol problem, I don't have a drug problem, and I don't have a psychiatric problem. So they can't help me with housing.
Worked all my life, once I graduated, high school back in '66. Middle American, middle income, the whole works, up to about maybe 6 or 7 years ago. And my wife got sick and complications of diabetes, eventually wound up dying. I really got depressed. And just about that same time as she died, the job I was working at, I was there for like 10 years, decided they were going to close the plant down, so I was laid off. I was like, 60 some years old. Nobody was really hiring 60-year-olds when they can go out and get 20-year-old. So I wound up going on unemployment, till that ran out after a year. And I was, like I said, I was depressed. and eventually I got where the unemployment ran out, and I didn't really care, and I wound up being kicked out of my apartment, foreclosed on. That's how I wound up on the street for about a year.
Everybody goes through ruts in life, some longer than others, some more severe than others. I think the majority of people in here, nobody wants to be in here. You're not going to find many happy people in this place. Everybody's striving towards getting out.
Every corner has somebody sitting on it with a sign in front of them. And it's gotten worse over the years. It's gotten worse. It's like an epidemic now, and somebody's got to do something. These people need help. They all need help.
Something important that people in society don't realize is that they don't view homeless people as people.